Trump's 50-year mortgage, yes, it's real, but what does it actually mean for you? Everyone's talking about how you're going to lose in the long run or getting super technical. Like if you invest the money that you're saving over time in the stock market, blah, 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 blah. Look, that's not realistic. Most people are just going to stick to their monthly budget, and that's how much home they can afford. Period. So practically, what does a 50-year mortgage look like for you? Well, here's a great visual. If you had a $2,000 a month budget for your mortgage, then a 30-year term will get you about a $350,000 house right now. Versus if you had a $2,000 a month payment on a 50-year mortgage, you could afford roughly a $400,000 house. Quite a bit of difference here. 2,600 square feet versus 3,600 square feet. 0.6 acres versus 0.3 acres. That's pretty significant for the family who needs to move up in home or wants to move up in home. Also, it's significant for the people who are on the cusp but just can't get into it. If you stay tuned, I'm going to show you why this 50-year mortgage is going to leave us all broke. Also, if you are interested in how this directly affects your budget, go ahead and comment your budget range below, or you could DM me if you'd like to keep it a bit more private, and I will give you a practical example of how it could change your budget. Are Trump's 50-year mortgages going to leave us broke? Probably not. So here's a great example based off of our $2,000 a month payment. We're able to afford $350,000 worth of homes versus $394,000 worth of home. And what you see here is over the average time period, a homeowner spends 7 to 10 years in their home. So over that time period, this homeowner is going to end up with $151,000 of equity versus the individual in the 50-year mortgage is going to end up with $145,000. So that's a difference of about $6,000. It's not really too much to talk about here. Now, over 10 years, that gap becomes $13,000. I'm going to give you a little secret column over here. The secret column is the renter, okay? Guess how much equity the renter has at the end of 7 years? Zero. Guess how much they have at the end of 10 years? You'll never guess. Zero. Nothing. Nada. So, with that being said, the 50-year mortgage is better than doing nothing. However, yes, you are going to have a little bit less equity. Is it enough to really make that big of a difference on whether you take the 30 versus the 50? Probably not. Most people are going to say no. It doesn't matter. I'd rather have the cost savings per month, or I'd rather be able to get more home, or I'd rather be able to just get into the market in general. If you are interested in what this actually means for you and your specific numbers, comment 50 below and I will send you a link to my website. At the end of every single listing on my website, you have a mortgage calculator where you can type in your exact numbers and you can actually see how this affects your equity over time. Are Trump's 50-year mortgage terms going to actually be effective? As a client, that means your $1,500 budget can afford you $31,000 more in home. $2,000, $42,000 more in home. At a $3,000 budget, you can afford up to $63,000 more worth of home. With a $4,000 budget, $85,000 more in home. This is pretty effective in the fact that you can definitely move up in size or quality of home depending on your needs. What is my hot take on all this? It's another tool for buyers to get into the marketplace and start building equity. And for those who want to move up but can't because interest rates are too high, I think it is a good solution for people to actually be able to go on and afford that next home. Wondering how the 50-year mortgage changes your budget range or how it affects your equity over time, go ahead and comment 50 below and I will send you a link to my website where you can manipulate the numbers to see how it affects your specific home search. Now, I want to hear from you. Comment below what you think about the 50-year mortgage.